Okay, let's be fair. Last episode was maybe a little bit of a mess. I mean, nothing sums up last episode more than all three of our main characters being in hospital, Branston and Anise being down, and John feeding them a dead insect. Welcome to Hell's Kitchen, episode 9, and last episode, oh my, was probably the worst ever Rimworld episode I have done in my entire time on YouTube. It was bad. It was such a mess. So today is redemption. Today is fixing our mistakes and going forward and getting better. And as a result of all of this, we have changed to Cassandra Classic. The storyteller is no longer Empress Evil, whilst I would potentially go back to Empress Evil depending on how we're set up in the future. At the moment, Cassandra Classic. Basic, easy, and fairly sensible. Obviously, it's not going to stop things like malnourished tantrums, but you get how it is. The plan for today is very simple. Once again, we're going to go return back to our roots of fixing our people. We have no food. We have no one happy. Everybody's depressed. Things are looking bad. So many jobs are queued up that we just can't get ahead of any of them. The bedrooms are done enough to the point where I'm happy that we don't prioritize it. So instead, food. It's just food that we need, honestly. I think we need to try beeline it, not just for the IVF stuff, but for research. We need to beeline ourselves to getting genetic things online, so I can change the xenotype of all of the demons and make them so they're less hungry. That is one of the big plans for today's episode. So if you enjoy any of today's episode, I'm excited to see all the things that John's going to get up to today. Consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it. Let's get into things, and let's start by actually checking all the food things now, everything. Unfortunately, as a result of John doing some building last episode, it's actually gone really far behind. I'm hoping with the help of Spag as well, we should get a lot more growing done, but honestly, I don't even know. Spag only has 4 in plants and not even a passion for it, so it's going to take so long to get anything on the go. And the drought is over as well. Fantastic. And John has decided to hide in her room as a result of being hungry. I think everybody's pretty hungry at the moment. I think we've got severe malnutrition starting to set in for a lot of our colonists. Things aren't looking the best. And a wandering Ming Mong Moong has joined. A mint choco and variant mechanized combined creature called the Min Moong has joined your colony. Very exciting. Oh, it's a cream dog. It's a creamy dog. An ice cream covered dog. I don't know what we're going to do with you. I don't know what we're going to feed you, but welcome. The first positive event we've had this series. And Anise has managed to get food poisoning from Brussels sprouts, cause dangerous food type. You're a chef. You should love Brussels sprouts. Be an appreciator, not a hater. Oh, don't tell me it's Anise. It's Meatloaf. Meatloaf's constant stress has made their depression permanent. All you do is clean. What is so stressful about cleaning up building rubble, you know? That should be like a 3-year-old child's favourite thing, surely. Oh, and Min Moog 1 has unfortunately died. John has probably indirectly... It's turned into an ice cream. Oh no, what a shame. More food for my starving colonists. Yes, whatever. I probably shouldn't have tried to even think about maintaining an ice cream dog when I can barely even maintain my own colonists, honestly. So I see that it's spawned in front of us. An emo Josh in all its glory. Kill it. just kill it. And as John has fully healed from defeating the emo Joris and everything else... Oh, sorry, John. Have I caught... Why are you eating ice cream in the toilet? Very hygienic. John, I'm going to actually send you to go and do some quests and things around the world. I figured that in order for us to get more food, in order to maintain ourselves, we should probably try find it, not just wait for it to come to us. So we have a farming worksite here that we're going to go visit, check that out, see what there is. And then after that, I don't know, honestly. Just kind of wander around, do these quests here, see if there's anything on the map for us to kill. And if we take John, of all people, at least then we can carry absolutely everything. And John has arrived at the farming site as well. Perfect. And the lizard people are here are guarding their goods. Taro plants. Tasty. John, search and destroy. Just wipe them out. 4v1 situation. And funnily enough, John has got that absolutely in the bag. John, don't even bother chasing them down. Let's loot everything up and see what they've got. Perfect. So we've got 795 taro roots here. Can we eat those? Yes, we apparently can, which is perfect. There's some pemmican on these guys as well, and we very conveniently have some animals on their map as well, which you can kill for food. Some very interesting looking horses. Perfect. John, let's kill those animals and let's move on. Perfect. So next I've got John to head down to the ogre outpost down here, see if they've got any more food for us, and then after that we will head towards a component mining work site, see if they have any food there, and then we'll head back to base. There's not much else around here for us. Oh, we've had a raid. We've just been raided by a load of megapedes. Oh, what? Where have they come from? Look, there's just a couple of megapedes just chilling. Sorry. Don't appreciate that one. We don't even have John here to help. We have a Nice, a Costa, and a Branston. Well, a Costa is perfect because it's basically just a slightly less powerful version of John. Acosta, you're actually okay at melee. You can temporarily have Heats, Steel Gladius, only temporarily, and I'll get you to then lead the charge against the insects with Anise and Branston helping you out. Yeah, I've got no idea where these insects have come from. I mean, I'll take the melee training for our people, but not what I wanted to have to deal with, honestly. But I think these megapedes and everything have actually spawned in neutrally. They're not attacking us particularly, and we're not even like automatically going to go search and destroy for them. So I don't think they're actually hostile for some reason. I'll take it. I will take it, though. John has arrived at the outpost. I think, yeah, there's only Porker. Porker is such a good name for an ogre. I'm sorry. Ogre called Porker. Fantastic. Like, it just works perfectly. Go Porker Moink Squinnen. What a name. Holy moly. And John has decided to execute Porker, a small, innocent ogre. Only injured, though. Wow. John, I expect more from you. Perfect. And there it is. The outpost has been dealt with. Let's see what loot we've got. We got ourselves some clothes. And that's it. What a waste of time. But we do have loads of animals on the map as well for us to kill. Mainly the Mega Sloth being the big one of them all. Let's get all these things dealt with and we can be on our way. So I'm just going to be sending John to go straight home and drop off all of the dead animals. We kind of need the food more desperately than going to go check out some components. Okay, so we have a quest here for a caravan to Delta Task. So what they want to do is buy 49 components and we've got 53 of them. But what they're going to do is, whilst they could give us a new colonist, which we're not going to take, they're going to give us a psychic emanator, which gives people a +5 in mood. And honestly, I'm going to accept it because +5 in move right now would be fantastic. Once John gets back, we'll get him to drop off the stuff and we'll go make that trade straight away. And colonists can gain expertise. Spag, a double passion in cooking. I think for the time being, we're going to keep Spag as not having a expertise in anything for the time being. She's still growing. She's still young. We'll see where things take her. And John has arrived back at the kitchen. John, come stand in the middle of the freezer and drop your inventory. All of that tasty stuff that you had inside you. So I'm sending John to go do the trade over at Deltatus, whatever you want to call it. I'm sending him along with a load of plasteel and stuff as well, just so we can try buy some food. The only thing we're missing now from this colony is food and colonists that are able to do things. That is it. And a man-hunting pack of Great Danes have entered the area. That is a very small Great Dane. That doesn't look right. Looks almost crispy for some reason. But there are quite a few of these, about 10 or 11 of them. I'm just going to close the door, honestly. I'm just gonna lock it. If John was here, I'd be able to cope with all these Great Danes, but I genuinely don't think we can manage that. And John has arrived at the outpost for Deltas. Fulfill their trade offer and give them the 49 components. Perfect. Let's trade with them and see what they've got. Okay, so I've set up a trade deal with them. I'm selling them all the chitin, all of the jade, and I'm buying as much food as they humanly have. It's not very much, but it's probably enough to help us get by. Let's bring John back and see if he can deal with this Great Danes for us. And the caravan has arrived back at the kitchen. Oh, John, you are in for a bad time. Where are all those Great Danes? Okay, they're just chilling. They're just chilling down there. This shouldn't be an issue unless it is, you know? It's one of those situations where I don't know how strong Great Danes are against ogres, but I don't want to find out, honestly. And John is doing a fantastic job here of murdering all of those dogs. Holy, John. Holy. That was brutal, you know? No one survived. That was good of you, John. Perfect. So John has come back and he's brought all the good stuff as well, but most importantly, a psychic emanator. Now, I don't really know how to put this, honestly. where do people spend the most time? Probably feeding the children, honestly. And I think the best idea is to try to not have the children be so depressed. So what I'll do is I'll kind of put it just, you know, in the corner there. Just there will do, I reckon. The Psychic Emanator has been installed. This could be one of the most clutch things we've got this series, you know. The +5 move boost for the children when they are actually put into the nursery will be big. Once again, we're now back on top of the food situation. All the various foods that John has gone out and harvested. It's paying off dividends, you know. We've got a nice backlog of food, in quotations. Oh, God. Oh, what, episode 9, and we're only just starting to get somewhat of a food stockpile. Crikey. Oh, no, I've just worked out where all our food's going. So we have been very quickly making a lot of flour, you know. We've got 49 flour stacked up. Sounds like not very much. Turns out, these mills here that we've got here, I've set them up to grind grains into flour. Why is rice a grain? And corn. No wonder all of our food's disappearing. Oh, that's so annoying. By default as well. That is annoying. Oh, Gabe, why didn't you tell me? Ooh, we have another genetic supplier has appeared from the LLE Union. These guys are just here all the time. Look at that person. Holy. Very, very cool looking. We'll trade with these guys, obviously, but also rare thrumbos. Now, if John can take on a dragon, can she take on thrumbos? I'd say that's a fair test. But these guys don't have anything for us. They're not the genetic traders that we want, but they do have medicine and some raw meat that we can buy off them. At the moment, I've just noticed that the thrumbos are completely separate. I think now is a fantastic opportunity for us to beef with a thrumbo. Now, this is something in Rimworld that nobody particularly would ever do willingly. And I'm only doing this as a test for John. I have full faith that John could kill one thrumbo. Happily. But 2? Questionable. And a thrumbo is revenging. John, don't die. Wow, John's done it. That was quick. John didn't take barely any damage at all either. Wow. And there is so much food on a thrumbo as well. So much meat. This is fantastic, you know. John, if I didn't have John in this playthrough, we'd be dead in the ground. Thank you, John, despite how evil you are. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Anise is pregnant. Now, yeah. As we all remember, I set it so they would not be trying for a pregnancy. 25%. 0.25% instead of the normal 100% chance of pregnancy. We can't handle any more children. We're already behind on jobs as it is. We've not even started harvesting all the berry plants and everything around the map. We're desperate for colonists. Desperate. In fact, I think I'm going to be tempted to start a crusade against the ice cream people and use them as slaves. Oh my god, that's such a good idea. Conquer the cream people. Oh wow, okay. That's perfect. That is a spur of the moment thing, guys, there. I'm so pumped now all of a sudden. Oh yes, right. What we're going to do is we're going to build a big old prison. And what we'll have is this is where we're going to store every single one of the Min Choco people. All of the cream girls will be in here. We're going to have a little slave room here. It's going to be a prison. Then it will turn into a slavery area. And this is where all the ice cream girls will live. And then we can get them to do all of our menial tasks. Oh my god. And then because all of the trade caravans that come in from them always have like, I don't know, 10, 15 ice cream girls in them. If we can then have 10, 15 ice cream girls doing all of the jobs, we can get back to doing research. Guys, I've cracked the code. It's only taken me like 4 episodes to crack the code. Oh, perfect. Okay, so what we'll have to do is build a prison here. So we're going to build the prison / slavery area here. So I kind of split it. So we'll have like the slave area at the top here initially. And then the rest will be prison. And we'll keep all of the ice cream girls in here. Like, it doesn't make sense that we're friends with the ice cream girls. We should be like enemies of them for obvious reasons. I am so excited now for the next trade caravan to come along. Because we're getting loads of traders from the LLE Union anyway, so that'll do. And I think it's time for us to end today's episode. Unfortunately, I have ran out of time, as it usually is. Today has been an episode of not too much in terms of progress, but the progress that we have made has been in ideas and in food, and that's about it. Building hasn't particularly taken place. Not much else has been going on apart from us actually sorting out our food supply, which seems to be the only thing that we have a real issue with this series. I must apologize as well as we end that this series is going a little bit slower than pretty much every other series that I've done. It's just how it is. It's not I probably set it up incorrectly. But today we end with a goal in mind, to enslave the ice cream girls. Their control over our minds will be tamed with them turned into slavery, you know? The big things. Otherwise, food's been going around, the farming's been getting on with really nicely. Having Spag as a planting only person has been fantastic for us. Even though without a passion in plants, they're nearly at level 8, which is really, really nice. Meatloaf is still only a child, and Lamb is nearly of age to help out around the base, which is fantastic. So next episode, the plan will be to build ourselves a prison for all of the ice cream girls and prepare for a fight with them. And as soon as we can get one of the traders come in, we can get rid of them, and it'll be absolutely fantastic. So if you have enjoyed today's episode and are excited to see whether or not Branston can tame himself an ice cream girl, consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.